welcome back to Susan's Kitchen Corner. And on today's episode, we're going to make, watch out, it's a tongue twister, whole wheat, ground flour, cilantro, and garlic tortillas. Yes, you heard me right. I love tortillas. I like making different versions of tortillas. Tortillas are so versatile, and when you make flour tortillas are good, but to have the same flour tortillas all the time, I like to make different types of tortillas for different meals. So let's get started. We're gonna need, I like garlic. I like lots of garlic, and I'm using what's left of my cilantro so it doesn't go to waste. So this is about a good handful. You know, if you want to put less in, I'm not gonna, just grab it with your hand after you take the stems off, and if it sticks out, that's perfect. We're going to need garlic. I have 4 garlic cloves. If you want to use more, you can. If you want to use less, you can. That's up to you. We're going to need whole wheat flour, and we're going to need graham flour. 2 cups of, let's get that right now, and we're going to use our handy dandy tablespoon here. And what we're going to do is, you use more of the whole wheat flour than you do the graham flour. The graham flour, you only use a little bit in it. It's too overpowering. It's more for texture. So, and then remember, when you're scooping flour with a tablespoon and counting, heap it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 tablespoons of wheat flour. Now if you're looking at me for the first time and you're seeing this, I also cook for people, help people that don't have all the fancy stuff. I don't have a food processor. You can still do stuff without the fancy stuff. So this is why I'm counting this out, because if you don't have a normal scale, measuring cup, you want to make something too. It's like there's a lot of people out there who want to make chocolate chip cookies, and they think they need a food processor. You don't. Okay, let's get back to this. Now let's put the lid back on this one so this one doesn't. Let's put that over there. Get the graham flour out. Okay, 1 minute. Might go faster than that. That was super intermission. I got chicken soup cooking right now, and I always have soup cooking. You know, we're gonna have chicken quesadillas tonight, so that's why I'm making these flour tortillas. So, okay, here we have graham flour, and we're gonna put 4 tablespoons in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, put the lid on. Graham flour is a lot. It's like it's really fine flour. And then we're gonna need milk. Let me get the milk going here because I don't want to leave this out. Where's my measuring spoon? Okay. We're gonna need 7 ounces of this. I'm making a mess. And I'll count that out for you too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's about 7 3/8 ounces. That's perfectly fine because I'm going to get this milk back in the refrigerator where it belongs. Let me look down here in my need a bowl. And don't forget to have a pan on the stove with you want to turn that on low. So this is heating up, so by the time you're ready to make your tortillas, they'll be all nice and warm. So we also got a little pan right here where we're going to put the milk into. And then what we're going to do is we are going to wipe up our mess. So what we're going to do is, oh yeah, sorry. I'm so used to doing this, I just do it. Olive oil. We're going to need about, you can use 1 to 2 tablespoons. That's okay. I think my last video, just flour tortillas, I used 2 tablespoons, but you can also use 1 tablespoon. It's your choice. The olive oil makes the tortilla be nice, has a nice soft texture to it, where the less olive oil you use, it has more of a dry texture to it. It's just the way it is. It's the milk too. Because if you can make tortillas with water. They're good. They're a little bit chewier, but you know, if you have to get by, you have to get by. Okay. So we're going to turn that and let's look down here. Stick your finger in it. And right now it's really cold, but you want that room temperature. So, and we're going to need, boy, I'm on a roll today. Baking powder. So 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So we're going to move this into a mixing bowl. So dump it right in. I usually have my clear mixing bowls, but both of them are being used right now. And here's a trick. If you don't have a, I think I said, I repeat myself a lot, but it's okay. If you don't have a teaspoon, use the end of a knife. There you go. Just stick it in, and don't worry about being over or under. Just as long as it gets about like that. So let me just do it a couple times to show you. It's okay. Well, make sure it doesn't slide off, but like that's okay. That's okay. That's not okay. Now, if you're like, that's not okay, that's too much. So you want just the tip of it. Like, let's do it. Like, that's fine. And if you do get a little bit too much in there, then all it's going to do is make it more fluffier. It's going to make it rise more. That's all baking powder and baking soda. That's all they do. It's just make things, oh my gosh. I almost didn't get my whisk out. Okay, so whisk that in. Whisk both of the flours together. Set that aside. Now, that is warm. That's room temperature. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that sit for a while because it's perfectly fine because we're right here. We're not going off anywhere. We're going to peel our garlic. So when you peel your garlic, you go, see how you have the tip right there? So take that tip off and pull the skin off. Do the same thing to the opposite side. And then just kind of work off the peel. If you have one of those specialty peelers, use it. If you have another specialty way of getting it off, I'm old school. I'd rather just peel it off with my hand. It doesn't bother me. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this peeling off, and we're going to mince the. We're going to put the garlic in the mortar and pestle, if I'm saying that right, and we're going to mash it up. I'm going to give the cilantro a little bit of I'll work over with the knife before I put it in, because just to break it up a little bit more. And while we're speaking of it, let's get that olive oil into the milk before I forget. Get talking away, distracted by things. So we're going to use 1. Let's get rid of this chafe off the cutting board. Just put it right over here in the sink. Okay, get our cilantro out. Hope you can see me. And we're just going to give this all a coarse chop with the knife. So, like I said, put your hand on top of here and just... Now, I'm moving the knife this time because I'm going back and forth. I'm only doing a coarse chop. Okay, that's good enough. Let's get our little mortar and pestle. Stick that in. Now let's pestle away. That seems to be good enough. Okay, now you get to watch me make some noise. It's going to fly out. And everyone's got their own way of doing this. You know, sometimes you get the people that get the, I'm looking at the time right now. They got the ones that, the big ones. Those are pretty cool. But this is a medium-sized one. Wow, this smells good. And now if you want, I mean, the main point I'm trying to do is just get the garlic all smushed. If you want, you could leave the cilantro doesn't have to be pureed. I just lost the garlic. That does happen. Okay, I'm going to switch over now.